Hey there, family. Before we dive in, take a moment to hit that subscribe button because what I'm about to share could literally change your financial future. I've spent weeks researching these new Social Security Administration updates, and trust me, some of these changes are absolutely game-changing. Social Security in the United States has issued a new announcement that affects many retirees. This is an important notice about so-called special payments. These are earnings that aren't always clear to beneficiaries and that raise questions about whether or not they affect Social Security benefits. SSA wants citizens to fully understand the meaning of these payments that can be received after you retire. This isn't an additional pension or an increase in your monthly retirement check. These payments appear in certain work situations and must be properly reported to avoid confusion. Social Security confirms its full right to collect these payments. Among the most common examples are payments for unused vacation, productivity bonuses, back pay, or compensation that accrues even though the person is no longer working. The key is that these special payments are received after you retire, but they actually correspond to work performed before retirement. Now, many people wonder whether these payments affect Social Security benefits. SSA has been clear in its statement. These earnings don't reduce your pension, since they don't count as active work after retirement. Don't throw away any documentation for your own good. SSA states, they are considered a one-time income and don't change the calculation of your monthly benefit. However, it is important to report them correctly on your tax return and in Social Security records. Another detail to keep in mind is that SSA always recommends keeping documentation that proves where the payment comes from. That way, in case of questions, you can show that it's a one-time payment and not a new job that could alter your situation. Clarity is essential to avoid administrative problems. Let me share something personal with you. Last month, my Aunt Carol called me in tears. She'd been struggling to make ends meet on her current Social Security benefits, barely covering her medication costs. She had no idea she was eligible for additional payments that could have helped her months ago. That's when I realized how many people might be in the same boat, missing out on benefits they've earned and deserve. Today, we're going to walk through every single payment update the Social Security Administration has announced. And I promise you there's something here for everyone. Whether you're retiring soon, already retired, on disability, or even if you're decades away from retirement, these changes will impact your future. First, let's talk about the cost of living adjustment that's making waves. The SSA has implemented one of the most significant increases in recent history. Why? Because they recognize that inflation has been hitting Americans hard. Your grocery bills, gas prices, medical expenses, everything's gone up. And finally, your benefits are catching up. But here's what most people don't realize, these adjustments aren't automatic for everyone. In some cases, you need to take specific actions to ensure you're receiving the maximum benefit you're entitled to. I'll show you exactly how to do that, step by step. Now, let's break down the payment categories that have seen major updates. The SSA has revised several key areas: retirement benefits, disability payments, supplemental security income, and survivor benefits. Each category has its own set of changes, and understanding these differences could mean hundreds, even thousands of extra dollars in your pocket. Remember how I mentioned my Aunt Carol? Well, she was eligible for both retirement benefits and widow's benefits but was only receiving one. Many people don't realize they can sometimes qualify for multiple benefit categories. The key is knowing what to look for and when to apply. Take a moment right now and grab a pen and paper. I want you to write down your current monthly expenses. Got them? Good. Now, I'm going to show you how these new payment updates could potentially cover more of these expenses than you thought possible. Let's talk real numbers here. The new maximum benefit amounts have increased significantly. But what's really interesting is how the SSA is calculating these benefits differently now. They are taking into account factors that many people don't even know about, like delayed retirement credits and cost of living adjustments that compound over time. For example, if you're planning to retire in the next few years, the timing of when you claim your benefits could make a difference of hundreds of dollars per month, and with these new updates, that difference could be even more substantial. Here's something that flew under the radar. The SSA has modified how they calculate benefits for people with non-traditional work histories. This is huge for gig workers, self-employed individuals, and people who took time off to care for family members. These changes could mean higher benefits for millions of Americans who previously might have received less. I've seen too many people make costly mistakes when dealing with their Social Security benefits. One of the biggest is assuming they're automatically receiving everything they're entitled to. The truth is, The SSA manages numerous programs, and you might be eligible for multiple benefits without realizing it. Another common mistake is not appealing when you're denied benefits. The appeals process has been streamlined, and with these new payment updates, it's more important than ever to understand your rights and options. Let's talk strategy. With these new payment updates, timing becomes even more crucial. I'm going to share 3 specific strategies that could help maximize your benefits. These aren't just theoretical, these are proven approaches that have worked for thousands of people. The first strategy involves understanding the new earnings test limits. If you're working while receiving benefits, these limits have changed, and knowing the new thresholds could prevent you from losing benefits unnecessarily. The second strategy focuses on spousal benefits. The rules here have become more flexible, and with the new payment updates, coordinating benefits between spouses could result in significantly higher monthly payments. The third strategy is about maximizing survivor benefits. This is particularly important because the new payment updates have changed how these benefits are calculated, and the difference could be substantial. Now, let's address some special situations. Are you caring for a disabled child? There are new provisions that could increase your benefits. Are you a widow or widower? The recent updates have modified how survivor benefits are calculated. Are you divorced? You might be eligible for benefits based on your ex-spouse record, and the rules around this have been updated too. Here's where the rubber meets the road. I'm going to give you a clear, step-by-step action plan to ensure you're not leaving any money on the table. First, you'll want to create your My Social Security account online. This is crucial because it's the easiest way to track these new payment updates and how they affect you personally. Next, you'll want to review your earnings record. With the new payment calculations, even small errors in your earnings record could mean missing out on higher benefits. I'll show you exactly how to check for and correct any errors. The SSA has also modernized its technology systems, making it easier to track and manage your benefits. I'll show you how to use their new online tools to estimate your future benefits under these new payment rules. This is particularly important because the calculations have become more complex with the recent updates. These payment updates aren't just about today, they're about securing your financial future. I'm going to share some long-term planning strategies that take into account these new changes. Whether you're 30 or 60, understanding these updates can help you make better decisions about your retirement planning. Let me share some success stories from viewers who've already implemented these strategies. Sarah from Ohio discovered she was eligible for additional benefits she didn't know about. After following the steps I'm sharing today, she increased her monthly payment by $400. Then there's Michael from Florida, who learned about the new payment calculations and realized he could delay his benefits for a higher amount later. This decision will result in thousands of extra dollars over his lifetime. I know you probably have questions. Let's address the most common ones I've been getting about these payment updates. Will these changes affect my current benefits? How do I know if I'm eligible for the increases? What if I'm already receiving benefits? Do I need to do anything? Here's something crucial. Whenever there are significant changes to Social Security benefits, scammers come out of the woodwork. I'll show you how to protect yourself and spot common scams related to these new payment updates. Remember, the SSA will never call you demanding immediate payment or threatening to suspend your benefits. For those of you who like to dig into the details, I'm going to share some technical tips about how these payment updates are calculated. Understanding this can help you make more informed decisions about when to claim benefits and how to maximize your payments. Looking ahead, these payment updates are just the beginning. The SSA has indicated there might be more changes coming, and I'll explain how to stay informed about future updates that could affect your benefits. Before we wrap up, let me emphasize something important. These payment updates are your right. You've worked hard, you've paid into the system, and you deserve to receive every dollar you're entitled to. Don't let confusion or misconceptions prevent you from claiming your full benefits. Now, here's what I want you to do next. First, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates about these payment changes. Second, download the free checklist I've created. The link is in the description below. This checklist will help you track everything we've discussed today. And please, share your experiences in the comments below. Have you already seen changes in your payments? Do you have questions about how these updates affect your specific situation? Let's help each other navigate these changes together. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your Social Security benefits. These payment updates are significant, but they only help if you know about them and take action. Don't wait, start reviewing your benefits today. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next video where we'll dive even deeper into specific strategies for maximizing your Social Security benefits. Until then, take care of yourself and your financial future. Stay tuned for next week's video where we'll explore specific examples of how these payment updates are affecting real people in different situations. And don't forget to check out our playlist on retirement planning. It's full of valuable information that complements what we've discussed today.